Color TV. Color TV machiegni pacho ma e odwa.
Machiegni kendo nyako Ramuga Jwang teko sekalo kanyo 50 kod 9 bang' saa achiel okinyi maket kod maendi nyiri machuok kanyo to romo saa 2 mar okinyi nyako Ramuga Jwang. Kapo ni kod kikri mondo mi wuog idhi awera idhi many ne nyikwa mamau to wanyisi ni saa koro chopo. Kata kamano kapo ni pod intie pacho kata ka intie kamitie warwaki etelo ni eri mar twak e Color TV kaendi e chenro pod en Sulwe Mokinyi iluongo ni Just Sadoyo. Kata kamano kaka ne wasesingonu motelo mbele kanyo wadhi bedo koda wendo twak ni eri ma bende wabatizo ni Career Thursday. Career Thursday nang'o nyako Ramuga Jwang? Career Thursday en chieng' tich ang'wen makende mwang'iyo ni to ang'o mitimo titime kanye to ere kaka gino loko ngimani kanyakla kod oganda ma oluori nyako Ramuga Jwang. Odiochieng' kata okinyi maket kod maendi wan kod hawi mar bedo kod achiel kuom lakteche e pacho kaendi kende gwenge ki ma Nyanza. Abro miye thuolo mondo mi oting' duonde kendo mosie oganda joka nyana Mokinyi ma kawuono omi wanonde machuok ni to ogo tong'o kure. Daktari machiegni king'iyo picha ni eri ting'e duondi kendi mosie oganda joka nyana Mokinyi ma kawuono.
Erokamano Color TV. An iluonga ni Dr. Onyango Ndong'a. An gynecologist. An daktari mag mine e hospital mar Kisumu County Referral Hospital. Anto an bende an chairman mar KMPDU, chama mar lakteche e Nyanza kae. Yes.
Laktar mar mine migosi Onyango Ndong'a i wuod kure.
Ana janya kach koguta modak e skim mar Muron.
Erokamano.
Yes.
Pimno machuok ni to ngech kawuono wantie gima dhombo golungo ni Career Thursday. Career Thursday Ndong'a wang'iyo ni to jowatimo tije maket kod mage kuonde magintie to ok ni onyuoli kata ichiew to yudri kama intie kawuono kaka laktar. Bende ok onyuoli to yudri kama intie kaka jakom mar KMPDU. Miwa nondi machuok.
Achako tijni, or rather atieko
weche mag tiegruok.
Yes, atieko campus higa mar 2014. Nasomo degree mag surgery gi medicine University of Nairobi 2014. To katieko adonjo JOTRH mwaluongo ni Russia.
Joma ng'eny ng'e ni Russia.
Yes, atimo internship kanyo for 1 year. Casto
1 year.
Yes, internship and 1 year.
Okay.
Yes, atimo internship kanyo for 1 year. Atiyo for Kisumu County for 4 years. Casto adok school timo masters.
Okay.
Yes, atimo masters University mar Moi Eldoret kacha. Ne watie hospital miluongo ni MTRH. Yes. So kanya bede for 4 years.
Okay.
Atieko my masters, aduogo Kisumu kae. Now kar mondo adhi JOTRH awacho ni we adhi kony mine at district hospital.
Okay.
Yes.
District hospital en mantie bath sports ground.
District hospital en mantie bath sports ground.
Koko makapo ni gimoro do ng'ato to waringe kama piyo ni.
Yes, awinjo ni niluonge ni Old Nyanza. Old Nyanza
General, or was it General?
General Onyayo.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. But Jionge with different names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ng'eni kane wacho pacha no dhi Lumumba. Une rang'iny achiel kod Lumumba?
No.
Same level?
Not same level. Kisumu County Referral and level 4. In fact, sani wadwani kaka KMPDU wadwani mond Kisumu County otimatek mond wating'e malo mondo bed level 5.
Okay.
Level 5 mangiso ni onego wabed gi specialized specialized surgical center. Specialized pediatric center, inya yudo pediatricians, inya yudo gynecologists, inya yudo all manner of surgeries ma watimo kanyo. Almost the same thing mane JOTRH timo kapok sirikal mamalo kawe.
Onyango nitie nyathi moro ma koro winji kata neni gi sani.
Yeah.
To samoro osetieko high school. Okalo maber. To odwa somo weche mag yien kata thieth mi somo gi kinde lonye gi. oa family ma samoro lwetgi nono.
Yeah.
Into miwa sigandi into ni chiedho nade. Koso in ne kuma iwicho koni jem to koni iwicho bat. Ngima ne chalo nade ka in e gweng' mag Nyakach?
Mokwongo primary school adi Nyabondo boys boarding malo kacha Nyabondo kacha.
Yes.
To katimo KCPE I apply for scholarship mar Starehe Boys Center. Unfortunately no kayudo, but luckily adi Lenana school.
Okay.
Where samatimo KCSE cha ayudo max manyalo mamiyo adonjo e medicine.
Okay.
Actually nayudo scholarship mar China, but no kwanyal raise
this fund,
the fare.
Oh.
Yes, no kwanyal raise fare flight mar the China. So luckily Nairobi University bende no luonga for medicine kora wacho ni wewe at
time dala.
Yeah, dala kai. So kataka, you know, jiwacho gani education is an equalizer.
Do you believe in that?
I believe in that very much. And sani kaka jo Kenya gimonego wa work hard on maintaining, and that statement, the education is an equalizer. My father passed on inside the year 2000. That's 26 years ago. Mano where kapod you know, akia kata at school, you know, high school madi the kata career nepoka decide which path madi kao. But performance mar school and adwacho need discipline okonyo. Ayudo a few, you know, some support from well wishers. In fact, there was no one give PS mar education. Ilwongeni there was Professor Olekiapi.
Yes.
Professor Olekiapi, I met Professor Olekiapi to ondiko na barua momiyo ayudo extra scholarship.
Okay.
To the one that nayudo from help.
Actually, ang'o momiyo ni idwa somo weche mag thieth kaning'iyo gweng'u?
Now,
from the genesis.
An gi story adek momiyo atimo medicine. Mokwongo.
Yes.
Ntie book ma mondik gi Margaret Ogola miluongo ni The River, I think iluongo ni The River and the Source. Yes. To king'iyo story no, ntie nyako moro kanyo ma, you know, okawo gwal oyang'o kasto from the story, you know, or switch back to ogwal or jump a few steps, bedo fascinated. Actually, this is very good. And later on, a bugno inenoka nyako no bedo daktari.
Yes.
Secondly, my mother is a nurse.
Okay.
My mother is a nurse, and I think my experience man go every time mama de hospital omio abedo gi a bit of interest. And
she was your mentor. She's your mentor.
Yes, she is my mentor. And finally, and I would say before I knew there was another doctor from our village, I never thought ni wangi daktari a village mawadake.
Okay.
King Yokoguta Mron kama aecha. There was no even a dispensary. Kibedo matuo even late in the night. Nyakikao mtoka all the way to Mron town center. Okay. Kocha, and that is in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Okay.
And anya paro kana ngiso mama wani, why don't you open a hospital here? But you know, bedo
since nurse,
yes, but at that
according
point,
to you,
according to me, I felt like, you know, I've seen you
can do something. Yeah?
I said, no, Kitty hospital, you know, why don't you do something here? So we not what they all the way to Moroni, and sometimes it's an emergency.
Okay.
And later at
maybe
night,
not
yes, Ned it was a bit difficult.
Daktari, do you know there are some areas in Muhoroni now still are not even having what you're calling a dispensary?
I'm very much aware. And
Nantie Kamoroni Oduo. And if you may know Duo, and these people call us and told us they've not even seen power since the time in memorial.
Now, Kangisini education is an equalizer. I did not finish the statement. The problem Mam Ron Osebedo ka face any ineno kaka wawachogani Nyanza has been sidelined in development for a very long time in the previous regime.
Yes.
Anya wachoni in Kisumu County, Muhoroni constituency has been sidelined for a very long time. And Akiani Nekech, the most common economic activity man culture and sugarcane farming.
Sorry.
So in Wangoni, the only places manigio siptende kara dispensary gin the former sugar factories, Muhoroni Sugar Factory, Chemelil Sugar Factory, gin dispensary
because the company did something
for the workers. But some companies giopodo. Now we are stuck. Nekechkata an kana tuoni tera Muhoroni factory dispensary or health center.
Okay.
My father used to work at Muhoroni Sugar Factory.
Okay.
So I agree with you. But katakawachoni education is an equalizer.
Yes, sir.
Even as we fight ninyi tendwa obed educated. The reason maduogo tiyo e Kisumu County and nekech actually despite greener pastures man aquaculture in my formative years when I'm still young, apparently we can do something for Kisumu County. But now for me, I questions to answer for my people in Muhoroni. Nekech, like you've said, there's so much ma onegotimre at that level, and it is not happening.
Good.
Wangi joma ngeny ma osechopo kumawa chopeni. But let me tell you, at my level, wasetimo a bit for Kisumu, for Muhoroni constituency. As KMPDU, gima wasetimo for Muhoroni, never push for Kisumu County mond oket lakteche at the Muhoroni, what we used to, I think we used to call it the Muhoroni District Hospital. Now it's Muhoroni County Hospital. Manongiso ni kata king'iyo statistics wa tinde referrals ma Muhoroni kabiro Kisumu County just for small surgeries kaka cesarean section or the pain.
Okay.
Koro osiptalcha from collaboration kata lobbying between KMPDU and Kisumu County one get theater culture.
Okay.
But that's not enough. We still have a lot to do.
Daktari, ipimo sigandi keninyiso kaka ni chiedo michope level makori bedo laktar mungirore kawuono. Ang'eyo ni it was not a walk in the park, ni wuotho mos.
Definitely.
Ka oganda siri koni kod kocha to ni bedo kod chuny.
Yeah.
What would you tell a young man, a young lady somewhere who want to take your road?
It is very fast. I want to say it and very possible. But one of the things set aside Jomadwaro Donje field medicine and that discipline and heart. Let me call it heart.
Ibedi
Jachuni.
Okay.
Because medicine itself is not as rosy. Kakaji parocha.
What's the idea? Imagine a called medicine which you notice could not be 100% true.
Now that is a very good question. The first wrong notion, and in medicine there is a lot of money.
Okay.
Actually, in medicine there's money. Manya may survive,
okay,
but there is not a lot of money. King Yochon, the traditional medicine people, nichulogegi in kind, not in cash, and
an appreciation.
As appreciation. Iti timie gweno, produce.
Maybe chamoroni go.
Produce mine go, from your shamba or from your animals. kata king'iyo Hippocratic Oath. Hippocratic Oath actually wuoyo ne wach sharing what you have with your senior.
Okay.
There's somewhere in our Hippocratic Oath that says like that. So over time, you don't need the field of medicine. Let me call it abuse. You don't, for example, now at the county level,
Yes.
the amount of money mutually is not really commensurate with the amount of
What you do.
work and sacrifice. Like now, Anisini I went to sleep at 6 a.m. That's literally just some 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago. And during the day, I was standing I was standing from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Akao break Martin Castle Luonga for another emergency. The amount of sacrifice that you put in is not commensurate to Pesame Chulicha. So there is, if you keep read field medicine because you think there is money, you'll be frustrated. And that's what sometimes happens to some of our people. You know, somebody works very hard, it goes school, you don't need, oh, that's not what I used to think. It's not what I am experiencing right now. The other thing, money and medicine, that might frustrate you. You see, doctors, nurses are not one miracle doers.
Okay.
Jesus used to raise the dead.
Performers.
Yes, we are not. In your life, out of 20 kata 50 patients, maybe you will lose some of them. And that is a fact of medicine. Or Kenya will save everyone. The problem with that, any key donjo a field medicine with a hero mentality, you will also get frustrated. You will meet those patients you will not be able to save.
Okay.
To nyalo frustrate and nyalo me a lot of mental health issues. So again, to number 2, one doctors manage mental health issues. They are frustrated. I'm losing patients. Because of the system be okonyi. Sometimes it were only what team surgery anything is in your there's that theater in you they only in KCRH or whatever.
Yes.
Katayadni, it is 100,000 shillings. Patient oknyal
Can't afford it.
And you see also okinyal, you cannot go into your pocket to buy to
assist one
to buy for patients drugs, because how many
will you be doing that for?
Will you? Yeah, exactly. So these two things complicate medicine a bit. That's why you see in Enoka not a lot, but some of our colleagues might feel a bit let down. The system, the society, and get better depressed.
It's a calling. To what extent?
That aspect, Maseng, that's where the calling comes in. Because if you are very astute, I am here for this and I must get this, then most definitely after 2 years you will quit. Like, one, that money is not there. 2, you stare at, you are between death and people. For example, in my formative years, around 2015, 2016,
yes,
I decided ni anokanya thiedho nyithindo. Like my interaction with nyithindo it is soft, it is, children are playful. But imagine if every day of your life the children that you interact with are the ones whom are at the brink of death, and you are the only reason ma prevent you from falling to that other side. Sometimes, and it is a bit, for me, very stressful. It was very stressful. I decided and that's why Anati Yogi me, like at least I can interact with them as adults, and a bit, you can dampen down emotions a bit. Yes.
I don't know how my friend Dr. Nikal managed that. The current chair for health committee. Yes. You know Nikal? Yes, I know. I even worked with some of his relatives in Joti RH. Yes. Okay. At what juncture you tried to bring on board? At level mane wacho ni anto koro adwa specialize e weche mag thieth mag joma mine, kaka wang'e ni nitie lakteche mag nyithindo, lakteche mag joma mine kaka iwacho no, and majorly ang'o mihando kuom mine?
Okay. So around 2012 nadwa bedo neurosurgeon. It's a dream that I had.
2012 you had finished?
I not finished, but I was almost finishing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was almost finishing my undergraduate, and samain undergraduate you start deciding what path you want to take.
You want to specialize in?
Yes. And up to that point, I had actually decided I want to do neurosurgery.
Okay.
What
does that mean?
Neurosurgery and
daktari
deal with the brain.
Which mago bongo.
Yes, brain surgical.
Okay.
But brain.
Inyalo yango bongo.
Open, close, and top.
Huh?
You open the brain. You open the skull. You out the skull. In your bongo, you treat whatever is happening. If there's a tumor, igolo, and all those things, vessels.
Tiduoko.
Yes. And the person is supposed to wake up and do work as if you did not do anything. So
if it doesn't wake up.
Now, you see, now exactly. So those are now the challenges. Because out of, again, those so many patients, nitie one or two.
But doesn't. They just decide not to wake
up. Things will not go according to plan. Yes.
And that's when the families will call you for negligence.
Exactly. And sometimes
we'll come to that at some juncture.
Yes. Sometimes it's very frustrating. Naked, you deep down your heart, I actually did my best. But something did not go right. Yeah.
So okay, fine. That's not your area. Let's come to women.
So now Kisumu County, unfortunately, nigi gimolongo ni maternal mortality. Maternal mortality and mine lose their lives during
childhood.
Yes. One maternal mortality.
And mother
a bit higher. Yes, it is slightly.
Sorry to ask. Angoma keloma. Is it from home? Many minoda or capec talk sick limb or Thieth because of that. Could that be one of the reasons?
Yeah, that could be one of the reasons. But so usually one get 3 reasons. Manya meo mine.
Witonge mage.
Yes. In Kingyo the system, the first reason and gimwalongo ni first delay. First delay ngiso ni nitie mine makia ni kai kan gi kai ach to onega di hospital. That's first delay. They gionge give that knowledge of where to get the services or how. Then one gi second delay.
Some of them think Nikki said it is normal.
You just sit at home and
you wait for your 9 thing.
You wait for labor to come and nitie joma di to nyamrerwa, and I know nitie joma labor in their house.
They just fight their own battle.
Yes, I have met a few women who labor in their house. Ikonyo gigi and give an aunt or a sister.
Yes.
Again, in the system, one gives second delay. Second delay gin joma samoroka ka joma nimron, and that's what we are trying to fight there.
Onge kaka access this facility.
Ingeyo ni onega di hospital, lakini access to that facility is very limited. Onge kaka access hospital. It is 3 a.m. in the morning. At some point even muroni ne onge stima.
True.
Yes.
I know.
So it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Simbio sim nyaki, you have to wake up, go to the town center Monday charge sim. So you cannot call anyone to come and help you. Or ndararach. Ntie places in Moroni that are very inaccessible. They have again soil ma black. What is it called? Is it clay or loam soil? So that's the second delay. Third delay and joma ochop hospital, but nitie systemic issues. There's no blood. theater opong, so irito theater and you're not you know all these things.
Blood molomed ng'ato koso ng'ate monge blood.
Both.
Okay.
So both nitie mine ma iyudo ni their blood level is very low.
Okay.
Okay.
Koro nyaka many kaka ikonye.
Nyaka many kaka wakonye without losing a lot of blood, and also wamede remo from other sources.
It's a time I was in Russia. I had a sick brother though. And nidwa ni okuru med remo. Those people took time looking for my vein.
So that can be a third
they told me the reason.
That can be a third delay. Yes. That can be a third delay.
Relax, don't relax. And at the end of it, and they were telling me, with you tunafaa kutolea damu jwala tatu. And I told them, no. They were joking anyway.
You had a very high blood.
They were telling me that.
Blood level. Yeah, if you personally, I'm a frequent blood donor, twice every year. And that's one thing as gynecologists who are encouraging Mondotinekech, even today, right now, and a section of the ward that is full of women, Madwaro Remo.
Okay.
I have a full room, which usually is not for that reason.
Activity, yes.
But now
you
it is
set it
by
aside.
chance, need the whole room, one mene marito blood transfusion.
Okay.
So we encourage people, if you have a very good blood level,
you can always donate.
Yes.
So I should not fear.
Do not be afraid.
Come on.
And the goodness is, if you are healthy, just going back to your normal diet, you just replenish.
You know, funny enough, okay, ne wantie chamber migole remo. And according to procedure manikacha, ginegolo according to their family needs. In a situation we found a patient A, their family are there, they want to donate. We were next, we also want to donate for our kin, and you were 3 brothers. So one of our elder could not do it because then some spots in and Chal, I don't know how to call that, lama. So he could not. So I was now the main guy here. Mondomi was saved.
So you see now the disadvantage of that, any kataremo mugoloni, even if you donate so many of you, it is for a specific reason. Yes. Manongisoni, within the next few days, Remono has been used.
You're correct. Actually, we came to support a brother.
Yes.
Another family is also there to support a king.
Yes. But for us to eliminate, maternal mortality, onewabed giremo not for any specific use, but for emergency.
Okay, true.
So that in that 3 a.m. kain gi mama ma bleed, inyadi a fridge at the blood bank to yudo remo mobedo processed and stored.
But already purified.
And you can save a life. But samoro iyao fridge no, and it is empty. That's very heartbreaking. Nekech in gi mama moro manie theater kata manie labor room who is bleeding out. And you see, process mar labor sometimes one gigimo alongo ni postpartum hemorrhage. If part of its management sometimes includes gimolongo ni massive blood transfusion.
Okay.
Massive blood transfusion protocol ngiso and you can use up to 6 units. So in achiel migolocha, that's just a sixth of what we are supposed to give this one person who is almost losing their life. Yes.
One thing I came out of that place happy, they told me it's in a pressure.
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It means you have to either maintain what you're doing or now even work harder to prevent pressure from getting it.
Good. Away from that.
Yes.
Ihando jomamine ainya midhiero kata tuche maket kod mage.
So most of the time and a labor room. Most of the time and a labor room, atimo deliveries. Okay. But
in Makelon Uwelo.
And Makelon Uwelo. And Makelon Uwelo. And I really hope.
How is the experience?
The experience is wonderful. One of the
what's the feeling when you hold that baby and the baby cries in your hand and you're like, good. The gentleman is home.
One of the things Manangi see at the beginning, advice to our young people is onegi yud that thing that ignites passion in you.
Correct.
even if it is in medicine. Even within medicine, nyakinwang gino mami, you wake up and you want to do it.
Okay.
The fact that I'm telling you I was up until 6 a.m., I'm not complaining.
What
I'm
were you up doing? Saving lives?
We are trying to save lives. Let me put it like that. Yes.
You know, the point you mentioned is very key to me. And media, gimana chakolo wakane primary. Gimilongo ni passion.
Yes.
Wanajoma could stand at the assembly and read something.
Yes.
Wanajoma could go for sport just to write something.
Yes.
You don't know where you're taking it, but you're just writing it.
You are doing it because you love it.
Yes, you take it to your teacher, Japan criticizes, I'm wrong is a good thing. You went on. Wanajoma kanotiko college. To kaunge kumandikwa, we could just still write.
Yes.
Without where you are taking it, but you're just writing, you're just recording things with your phone, and it has taken us from one level to another. Namachunyeto, what would you tell such a person?
Not all paths are straight. I think that's the first thing manyawach. Not all paths are straight. Maybe at that moment, midwa now I've given up, is when things are going to turn okay. But persistence, just like you've said, unfortunately nowadays lactate are not as lucky as we were.
Okay.
Just a few years ago. Nowadays
the system changed.
The system has changed. You must apply to the county, and even up to very recently, I didn't even know how to properly write an application letter or a CV, because during our time, you finish school, you are posted somewhere, you finish your masters and you come back. You know, as the higher you go, iketiko moro.
Okay.
But nowadays, what counties have done is making sure that kagidwaro lactar for this and that reason, nyaki apply. So there's application, there's even interviews.
There's a portal there.
Yes, I was nawoyogi chair mar public service board, and we were making fun. To na penje ni koro kudwaro neurosurgeon. Who is going to interview the neurosurgeon? Gidi penje yangu.
That's a good question.
It is. Like we have adopted the Western way of
operation and work, yes.
Even to the devolved system, lakini okwa keto the system to also sustain that level of devolution. Naked ka county mar Kisumu has no neurosurgeon. What they outsource neurosurgeons mon gibigi interview neurosurgeon.
Okay.
Kidwaro interview a pediatric surgeon. Will you outsource Ikel pediatric surgeons from KNH to come and interview this pediatric surgeon? But in any man ok timre. Like you don't need jomobedo for the interview.
In the board, yes.
I have no question to ask you. They'll ask you about everything else except the most important thing, mokelikanya, being a pediatric surgeon. Because they don't know. I'm not blaming them, but it's because they don't know. Our system, oknyal sustain healthcare system the way we want it to be. Kawadwaro ni mondo wabedgi a very good healthcare system, then we have to start talking about how can we capacity build the counties. Nikech pokwa chopo kumaneonego wachope gi devolution of health.
Okay.
That's the one side of it. The other side of it is we still use a centralized system, mar recruitment, training, retention, and career progression for the medical health professional.
Okay.
I think you will agree that the healthcare system is very delicate.
True.
If you are to do away with all this, there are issues. Kaka KMPDU, sometimes the doctors, but there are issues that might keep propping up. You know, nitieng at mad or they for some dental checkup and something bad has happened. For us to deal with all these things, we must have a healthcare system that is very well capacity built to self-regulate.
Okay.
So that ngama you have the right people Matio at the county level in our county hospital. Kidwaro gynecologist, you just don't get anyone with any qualification to work for you.
The other day we saw you bring doctors from outside. Which country were they from? Dr. Chimanikelo from, I don't know where.
From the US.
They were in the US. When we had Corona, then after Corona.
Or from Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Are your friends still around?
No, they left.
Yes.
They left.
You guys were of the opinion.
Now, as KMPDU, we did not like the idea. We had no problem. But the idea behind it, we did not understand. Like igolongato from their own environment, from their own system, to introduce it to a system that is foreign to them, with a foreign language. Nyengi no kuokata English. Now you bring them to Kisumu. Even me, I struggle sometimes. Like sometimes idwa penjo jatuo, what is the problem? Yes, and she can only speak in Luo. Now you have a Cuban who also cannot speak it English. We no understand. I know the idea was to introduce Gimolongoni primary healthcare, but the approach for us was very wrong. One gimanewa wawacho at that time, and the reason why never reject that idea was, why can't we just take our doctors kai wachakogi cohorts, like even just 100 doctors, kasto wakao kata counties apart, watimo pilot in those
do
counties.
The test,
Yes, we do a test. Wane kaka
it works out.
Primary healthcare nyalo work at this level. Even the ones mano the Cuba as an exchange or something and are back, their role is not very well defined in this system. Okay. It is not very well defined. What exactly are they supposed to do? Kanonego giti kaka GTO in Cuba. Then they were supposed to be in the villages.
Yes.
But the problem is the Kenyan system in the villages. We have levels of hospitals that have different levels of professionals. So if Kingio level 4, 5, 6, you will get the doctors and everybody else.
Okay.
Kingio level 2, 3, 1, you will get the clinical officers, and then you will get the nurses. So where do the Walogene family physicians, Manobedo trained in Cuba, where are they supposed to fit into this system?
Okay.
That question has not been answered since they came, and it's almost 7 years since they came back from Cuba.
Now that you handle women and kapo kwa kao yueo machuok.
Yes.
There's a process masani dinyi mejaram. I think it's ending today or maybe. Tell me something about fistula.
Fistula. Oh. Now, fistula and first of all, fistula and
is it a disease or is it a complication?
It's a complication, majorly. Fistula mawaneno in this part of the country, majorly, and most of them gain complications mag childbirth.
Okay.
So gimatimbreni, if labor okobedo managed properly, ibedo gi gimolongoni obstructed labor en nyathi oknyal kadho through the passage.
Okay.
And therefore kawa force ni nyathi no kad through that passage, wabedo gi tears.
It breaks the walls.
Yes.
Okay.
Wabedo gi tears kata breakage in the walls that separate the rectum and the vagina, the bladder and the vagina. So the problem is the rectum negi fecal matter contaminate donjo the vagina.
Okay.
The bladder has urine. If there's a leakage, it will leak.
Okay.
So fistulas gain very dehumanizing. Dehumanizing is only the woman loses their dignity.
Yes.
Nekechi yudoni kata a very young lady, maybe she's in her 20s.
Yes.
nonyuol and labor was not managed properly, koro en gi fistula, and she's leaking urine.
Okay.
That means throughout her life nyaka orwak pampers.
Okay.
Yes. But kata pampers
okanya dhi e chiro
No, you
otim
ca-
shughuli gi
you
ma kawaida
cannot.
like yourself and myself could
No,
do.
you cannot. Nikech sama ilik lachcha, there is a smell that comes. That's ammonia smell.
Okay.
That ammonia smell separates you from your loved ones.
Okay.
First, that smell separates you from your husband.
It means it can even break a marriage.
It can break. Yes, actually, it breaks marriages. So first person magini this separate from you
And
is the
Jaliani.
husband. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Because every day, Okonya sustain, the smell that comes with it. And then the second people will be your children. Because once as your husband or say sideline, your
Maybe
children
walk away gi nyithindo.
Yeah, some of them walk away with kids, or your children keep wondering what is the problem with mom. Then the next people are your friends. Nitie mine manigi women groups, you meet every
Yeah,
weekend.
for your chamas.
Yes. But koro every weekend meeting ni Kenya day nekech irwako pamper, there's a bit of smell coming, so you start ichako weyo the women groups. Kasto be pesa maniti yogo for the women groups now is channeled to buying pampers and all those things.
What is the good news for them?
The good news started gimana ngisi mokwongo cha. Aseneno ji mang'eny kawacho ni ang'o miyo Kisumu County yao theaters mang'eny, ng'iewo ambulance mang'eny. That's a good thing nikech a lot of people don't understand what that means.
Yes.
Kawan gi theater mron kacha. That obstructed labor will not occur nikech in gi theater kanyo, un gi daktari kanyo, and okibikao 2 hours mond ibed okeli Kisumu. If you remember, there was a few years ago, there was a lady who was transported from Northeastern, I think it was Moyale or something, to Nairobi while in labor.
Okay.
And knockout, I think 2 or 3 days on the chop. She eventually passed on. But even if she did not pass on, she might have had a very bad fistula.
Ole.
Yes. So distance between Jatuo gi hospital is a very important factor. Yes, it's a very access. Gimini luongo ni access. Access is a very important factor in reducing these things miluongo ni fistula.
No wonder kichopo gweng mora mora, the first thing maneno kaka jingeni hospital bunugo machiegni.
Yes.
Where do you get water?
Yes.
Where do you even have a police station near you?
Yes. So it is an indication of how good quality of life
money at that community.
Yes.
Before you have a break, sir, tell me something about this giant in the house. Maybe it's not on your docket, but I know you have an idea about it. What is hernia?
Hernia. Okay. Hernias, koro mago, how do
According to my idea, na relate gi fistula. They could be neighboring each other.
Not really.
Okay.
So hernias, we have some passages in the body. How do I call them? Communication between two different bodies. You see our body kakantie kama.
Correct, right.
Yes.
Let's find a way of making us understand
the abdomen negi a bit of communication with the thighs. Indicate blood vessels kado nyaka they have to come from the heart all the way to your toes. So gingi some holes magi kade.
You penetrate through.
Yes. Even the muscles in the abdomen. Koro, those holes sometimes part of the body maoko nego kad kanyo nyalo donjo
when they relax,
when they are too lapse. When they are too lapse, too weak, or when they are too relaxed. For example, part of the intestine nyalo donjo in one of the passages mag vein kata artery, some cord.
Okay.
So that passage of that intestine through that hole is what we call a hernia. Okay.
It's also corrected?
All hernias are corrected. If diagnosed on time, they are usually very easily corrected without major complications.
Okay.
Problem en kibedo gi hernia for a very long time. Casto nitie gima wawacho ni incarcerate. Incarcerate means ni that hernia sometimes it goes, comes back, goes, but one day it will go and it cannot come back, and you start feeling pain. At the point michako winjo remcha, that's a very bad sign. Nekech nyiso ni that hernia has been incarcerated. So or it cannot go back. Incarcerated just
Automatically,
from the English term incarceration. It cannot go back. But still, inya yudo surgical help.
But I know it's not now the common one.
Yeah, it is now. It might now involve a bit of more complicated surgery than the initial one that was very easy. You know, iyao tiketo gimolongo ni mesh just to prevent the hole from being as
Okay.
to allow that person.
I wanted to handle something else before we handle. We want to get into your politics.
Sure.
I don't want to mix your politics with the medical matters.
Sure.
One bit. Mine marom nade ma samoro chuno ni nyuol kata konyore kokalo kuom pala Kisumu kata gwenge ma Nyanza kae. To is it a good sign to us?
Now, a few years ago, ne wangi around 17 to 20%. A few years ago is about, let's say, 10, 15 years ago. Ne wangi around 17 to 20% of women might go through cesarean section. But over time, number ni osebedoka di malo.
Okay.
I think right now we are at about 30 to 40%. Mano very high, but a lot of things osebedoka change. So is it a good sign for us?
Are we safe?
Yes and no. It is a good sign. Nekech mano ngiso ni maybe we are intervening earlier in cases of emergency as opposed to in the past.
That's why you're seeing the numbers.
That's
rising,
why you're seeing the numbers rise up, or maybe there is a higher access to this service than it was in the past. Nekech kingio in Western world, there's a state in the US that has a rate of 70% cesarean section.
Yes.
That means out of 10 women, 7 of them will undergo cesarean section. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that wadwaro ni mondo wachop 70%.
Yes.
But actually things are changing. The one gig access, more people are accessing these services. Secondly, as human beings, one day what change? In the past, Mone would go through labor and deliver. In fact, Nangiso Ngatoni, the first difficult labor that should have gone for cesarean section, Manonego the Epala, was Rachel when she was giving birth to Benjamin, because she actually died. That's the first recorded maternal death in the Bible. So, women nowadays also have that autonomy. Ntie gimolongo ni basic Bill of Rights. Bill of Rights gives you everyone the right to choose what is supposed to happen to them. For example, kawuna nyadi hospital tawach ni this is what we want to do. But can a mother tells you that no, I want to go for cesarean section, Nyakai allow them to make that statement. Okay. Give them the information.
In written form.
Yes. So give the pros and cons. Yes. But if she insists Nyakadi through cesarean section, then you have to give
for a reason or the other they could decide.
Yes, you have to offer her that service.
Okay.
So that's also one of the reasons why wanenoka the maternal cesarean section di malo. In fact, nitie a paper that is published by the American Obstetric and Gynecologists Society. Mangio maternal requests for cesarean section as a reason for cesarean section.
Okay.
Ntie mine mangisi ni, even in our private practice, mine mangisi ni Adwarim on the team na CS on 25th of December, so that my baby's birthday is 25th of December. And you have to do it. They will either way get it from you or from anyone else.
Okay.
So those are some of the reasons why our cesarean sections are going up. But that's the positive part
Okay.
of it. The negative part, we should be very keen is, and I hope we'll in the near future we'll embrace it. Is we onego wayud the right specialists
For?
to perform these cesarean sections.
Okay.
Because the more mass cesarean sections timre with the assisted massing isini, there's very gray regulation. Wanya yudo masqueraders, let me call them masqueraders, or some people call them quacks, coming in to rip into that,
They want to perform a duty they are not a specialized in.
They are not specialized to perform.
They're not accredited.
Yes, exactly. So that is a danger,
You remember the case in Nairobi for the tooth extraction?
Yes, I've seen it, though I've not followed it very very keenly, but I saw it. Ngato temo, tooth extraction, and then they get.
That gentleman died, by the way.
Yes, the gentleman died. Some of these things, they might seem, very minor, but they can be, they can cost you your life.
Last year on that, on what account are you having minors coming for your assistance? And how can we fight that it doesn't grow? You have minors?
Yes, that's a very good question. Quite a considerable percentage of underage girls might be enrolled for deliveries. And actually, these are the population now that are also at a very high risk of those fistulas.
Yes.
Kagi udre in the wrong place, and labor is not managed properly, so they can get fistulas very easily because their system is still very weak, very small. Let me use the word small to sustain that amount of pressure that labor comes with. So it is quite comparably Kingi with the adults. There are not so many, but it is worrisome because I would say like 20% the women mawaneno are these teenagers, and actually these teenagers also contribute a lot to the CSS.
Okay.
Like it's out of 10 teenagers mawa udumia, I would say like 5 of them, almost half of them will go for cesarean section.
I was in a meeting with Dr. Nyikal and nentiere watchman obedo raised gi sirikal. Ni siche ma nyithindo break for half term, the parents should take keen note of them.
Sure.
Nikech kawawegi by dwe mar 11, that's when you'll be meeting them. Most of them are 11 kanyo when now giyudo age during this time.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Social media has not made our life any easier. Yes, our young ones get to better exposed to some of these things even before you know that they know.
Good. You think they are innocent?
But my child is very innocent. Unfortunately, what happens is, apart from social media, other people are also teaching our children things.
Okay.
Yes. So I agree with that thought. We have to
we all have to unite.
Very keen, first of all, as parents.
Okay.
We have to be very keen as parents and follow up what our children are doing in those phones. Nowadays, everyone has a phone, including children.
Yeah.
So in those phones, you
I'm
have
told
to.
by class 6, class 4, they have phone. You can find that. You call them juniors. And
Yeah, they'll call you and say, "Oh, nimefika kwa nyumba." So you have to follow up very keenly, restrict certain access, also restrict screen time. But one shortcut that usually sometimes helps is getting children involved in sports.
Okay. Obed nyathi ma samoro kinde mang'eny koseduogo onya dhi sports ground kacha otimo basketball,
otimo swimming, to koduogo ool,
relax.
Odwa mana nindo, in fact. Odwa mana nindo. So that time mar social media or just loitering a
community is limited.
Yeah.
Nyakoro mogi hen twak manimba mabende wadhigo nyimbe kae koda Laktar Onyango mabende pimo nwang'e ni uyudo weche go eko man kod nengo malich mokalo kinde gi eki ma bende wantie twak noero ma waduongo ni Career Thursday. Career Thursday winjo ka nochako pimo ne oganda jokanyo nam nochako wuodhe nade, osechano kaka osebedo kowuotho gi gima otimo gi sani. Winjo ka laktar opimonwa ni sani to otimo matek mondo mi onyal konyo jogo eko mamine, to konyiso ni areas moko ka be ok olonye, mago be omula mula, lakini inyalo ni ng'ato riembo gari to samoro yiero kind of gari modwa notim nade, owuoth go nyaka Mga Jongi. Kanyo ma wakaw go yweyo marwa mokwongo, ka waduogo to wadonje alap mar KMPDU ni eri en ang'o, to gisebedo gitimo ang'o, to weche go eko mag thieth e gwenge ma Nyanza chalo nade nyaka Mga Jongi. Wamodh pi machok, waduogo bang' nyiriri machok.
Get ready to elevate your business and any other commercials when you advertise with us. We are not just a channel. We are your gateway to the peak, for we give you the precision and desire to your commercials. Let us be your partner in success, broadcasting your message to thousands of our viewers. Contact Color TV today and let's make the magic together.
It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in there, Tia.
Tok yudo thuolo mar ng'eyo mathoth kowuok kuom jopuonjewa e sikunde, ka iduogo pacho, warwaki kod chenro mamit molosi mana ne in iwuon mar kweyo pachi kaka nyathi. Chenro mar bang' sikul chakore sa 10:30 mamidhiambo nyaka sa 11 mamidhiambo, kama iyude sigana, wende manyasani kaachiel kod machon, kaachiel kod miel motimo cathedral ma bende mori kaka nyathi. Bang' skul, chenro manigi mor lilo ne nyithindo duto. Color TV, machiegni pacho ma e odwa.
Get ready to elevate your business and any other commercials when you advertise with us. We are not just a channel. We are your gateway to the peak, for we give you the precision and desire to your commercials. Let us be your partner in success, broadcasting your message to thousands of our viewers. Contact Color TV today and let's make the magic together.
It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in there, Tia.
Tok yudo thuolo mar ng'eyo mathoth kowuok kuom jopuonjewa e sikunde, ka iduogo pacho, warwaki kod chenro mamit molosi mana ne in iwuon mar kweyo pachi kaka nyathi. Chenro mar bang' sikul chakore sa 10:30 mamidhiambo nyaka sa 11 mamidhiambo, kama iyude sigana, wende manyasani kaachiel kod machon, kaachiel kod miel motimo cathedral ma bende mori kaka nyathi. Bang' skul, chenro manigi mor lilo ne nyithindo duto. Color TV, machiegni pacho ma e odwa.
Get ready to elevate your business and any other commercials when you advertise with us. We are not just a channel. We are your gateway to the peak, for we give you the precision and desire to your commercials. Let us be your partner in success, broadcasting your message to thousands of our viewers. Contact Color TV today and let's make the magic together.
It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in there, Tia.
Tok yudo thuolo mar ng'eyo mathoth kowuok kuom jopuonjewa e sikunde, ka iduogo pacho, warwaki kod chenro mamit molosi mana ne in iwuon mar kweyo pachi kaka nyathi. Chenro mar bang' sikul chakore sa 10:30 mamidhiambo nyaka sa 11 mamidhiambo, kama iyude sigana, wende manyasani kaachiel kod machon, kaachiel kod miel motimo cathedral ma bende mori kaka nyathi. Bang' skul, chenro manigi mor lilo ne nyithindo duto. Color TV, machiegni pacho ma e odwa.
Machiegni kendo hunya kwara Mugajwang kaponi kokitudri kodwa Okinyi maket kod maendi wantie Career Thursday mwang'eyo Career Thursday nchino nero mwang'eyo ni to jowatimo ang'o to gitime nade to ere kaka tich magitimo nero nyalo loko ngima oganda kamoro amora magintie. Okinyi ma kawuono wantie kod Laktar Onyango Ndong'a ma en achiel kuom lakteche e boma ni maduong' ma Kisumu kendo gweng' eki ma Nyanza bende en jakom
KMPDU
mar KMPDU Nyanza nyakon Mugajwang. Kapok ong'iso ni to KMPDU ni enang'o ayudo kanyo nyakwar Ongo wacho ni ayudo maler kawuok e gwenge ko mag Seme. Daktari puonjowa makare ahinya. Erokamano ahinya nyakwar Ongo. Susan Onyango wacho ni ayudo chenro yo makare ka ntiere mosque mano Kondele. Ng'e jo mosque mantie but KMTC kanyo. Giwacho ni giyudo chenro yo makare. Then antie kod Father Peter Jongo Rono wacho ni oyudo wa yo makare ka ntie boma ma Kisumu. Awinjo kaka jalony lero weche. You're an expert, eh? And then antie kod Weekly for Yando wacho ni good morning. Chenro donjo na maler ka ntie gwenge geki ma Kisii County 045 branch. And then wantie ka kod Millicent. Jaute Millicent wacho ni good morning ka wuok Mwero Panda Siaya County asedonjo kaka pile an kodi e chenro aluwo weche laktar achiel kachiel. Daddy Justima wacho ni Kisumu karateng'o chio maber but Maseno ka an lela ka emaluwe weche mag puonj mag laktar. Then mogik ka antie kod Bari KE Photos apano jago picha. Wacho ni obende luwo chenro kendo yudowa e yo makare kabisa. Erokamano Nyabari kod ong'ere duto ma bende okete chenro. Kaponi nitie kod penjo moro amora bende nyalo chwalonwa. Kaponi nitie mbui weche go kata yore go mag tudruok manyasani dhi e Facebook kanyo many Kala TV Live KALA Live ibro luwo chenro gi eki achiel kachiel ka nitie kod penjo wanyalo dok chien mondo daktari onyal lero ne achiel kachiel. Daktari, what is KMPDU? Kenya?
KMPDU mano Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union.
Uriwo nyaka jolak kanyo.
Yes.
Onge ng'ama oweyo oko.
Onge ng'ama oweyo oko nikech at joining medical school wan gi gima iluongo ni common classes, common course.
Yes. KMPDU tiju maduong' gin ang'o?
KMPDU tijwa maduong' en fighting for welfare mag lakteche. All these medical practitioners, pharmacists and dentists gin lakteche. KMPDU obedo union, gazetted as a union in 2011. Obedo formed in 2011.
Okay.
Currently wasebedo gi, this is the fourth cycle mar leadership of KMPDU. 2011 or now put an student at University of Nairobi when it was being formed, and Kaka students we were part of the agitation mar forming the union. But most importantly, this union fights for doctors.
Okay.
Yes.
Mana the same way kaka KNUT
fights for teachers
and all over.
Yes.
Do you know Panyako?
Yes, I do.
Who is it to you?
Not to me, but I know him
to the doctors.
I know he's the Secretary General for the Kenya National Union of Nurses.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is how we work.
This is how we work. Now, ideally, in unionism, one sector onego give one union.
Okay.
In that way, you deal with issues once and for all. Unfortunately, our unions are still very young in the formative years. Podwatemo solve small problems.
Yes.
Small problems that by now salaries and
the teething problems.
Yeah. But our vision is in the future give one health union that represents all health workers. The advantage for us, this is what we want to be done, then we say it as a wholesale.
Kumaja piny bedega gi tabu laktar eni kaling matin to winyo lakteche ng'anyo. Kaling matin to achako winjo ni nurses be koro ng'anyo. To dayo mawuok wuotho gik mwalo Migori, dayo moro mawuok Semerata, dayo moro mawuok Kamito Asembo, dayo moro mawuok e tie got Nyabondo kae. kochopo hospital to neno ng'ama orwako the white thing or the green thing or blue, I don't know the color it is, oneno daktari. Maseche muwacho ni daktari ong'anyo tendo oneno daktari hospital.
Mokwongo abedo gi the same conversation just yesterday with one of my friends. To nopenja ni every time moneno wa a TV to the mother gone simu ngise ni koro jogi dwa ng'anyo kendo, you know what are we going to do. Tangise ni kila ng'ato nigi responsibility. Adwa chako from that point as I come to your question. Kila ng'ato nigi responsibility. The one gi individual responsibility to one gi collective responsibility. Individual responsibility any inyachuni to do that, to do your responsibility by government or by whatever, by your employer.
Okay.
Or your failure to do your responsibility makes you to lose. For example, kaokitiyo mondi get food on the table, of course you will sleep hungry.
Okay.
That's a bad thing. The other side is kokitiyo, your employer will say, now I don't want, I'll fire you. Yes. Collective responsibility and angoma watimo as a group, like now the two of us here collectively nyaka wa inform the public about specific things that we are discussing in an informed manner. Okni here say not opinions, but in an informed manner. And that's what we are doing.
Yes.
The government nigi responsibility, and that is legal. It is in the constitution. Okay. They have the responsibility making sure the public have access to health. Okay. Now, governments abdicate
quality health,
healthcare. Now, governments abdicate this responsibility. Why? Nekech one kaka, the public
abdication. Gikwepo. Mo gichop kareti.
Yes. Or gitim what they are supposed to be doing.
Like for example, that access to healthcare. Kawacho ni mron ntie kuma inaccessible. Kenya dia guti, because there's no roads, there's no electricity. That is abdication of duty. Because in it chulo tax. In fact, koki declare your tax, KRA will be on your neck. So there is no day you spend the full year without paying your tax. Good.
But I can say very confidently, for years, that road in Moroni has not been managed.
Okay.
Those hospitals, for a very long time, you will find they do not have something that is essential to life. So that is abdication of duty by the government, of responsibility by the government.
Yes.
Now, the problem of that is compounded by the fact that wayero G mondo represent one. All of us cannot go to State House or whatever.
Parliament or something.
Yes.
Yes.
To one representatives, all the way from MP. And Kingato Wondwani, this is the role of this, is the role of this. No. Every representative of the people, including the president, onego make sure the people are suffering less because of their leadership. Any moment you don't need to suffer more and yet you are a leader, then there's a problem. You are not doing your responsibility. So for doctors to nganyo, for us ki you don't need what nganyo, it usually means one thing, and I was telling you this. It means poko chulwa.
No pay.
There is no pay. Poko bedo, there is no career progression. Okay. Secondly, you don't need, and this is something that is coming up, there is workplace violence and intimidation.
From who now?
From the powers that be.
Okay.
Recently in Siaya, one of our doctors, Obedo assaulted physically and
by goons.
Verbally. Yes.
We heard about that.
By goons. And unfortunately, they were mentioning, the leadership of the county. Though in afterwards we talked with the leadership.
Negi wacho no luonge gi koda tents county Masiaya orgi.
Negi wacho ni we are related or known to so and so.
Okay. Tika kagi align themselves to some power.
To instill fear. And you see, napenjo gini,
Were you there?
I was not there.
Okay.
I'm in Kisumu.
Your team, good.
That is my team. Yes. One of my members, if one of my members has a problem, I have to go there and find out. Recently in Kisii County, something happened. Jatuo koyudo care on time. Nitie yorema you can solve these problems. If a patient has not, if care has been delayed, nitie yorema solve these problems. You go to, you report and all those things. But what happened?
You report to who?
First, you report to the administration.
Okay. Which administration?
The hospital administration.
Okay.
You just make a formal report. And you see, mistake magic.
Actually, procedure me watching that.
I don't think people know. Because
God to be honest.
I don't think people know because most of the time, people want to take action there and then. The hospital mob justice does not help. Key mob justice. If you mob a nurse, for example, let me use a nurse for example. Give me money. Yes, you have revenge for your patient who has gotten delayed care, but you have done injustice to Jotuo Mokoka. Map samoro do you do care from this very nurse, or from this very doctor.
Because there's a word more commonly used any negligence.
Negligence. We will talk about that.
An English that everybody is not talking about.
Yes, we'll talk about that. It's a term well, understandably, every time something bad happens, we will think about it.
Yes.
But remember what I told you. Out of a number of patients you will meet, you will do everything right, and things will still not go.
Doesn't work.
Does not work
the way you thought.
Yeah.
And another thing, sorry for that. Samoro timrega, samoro ube ukao kodwa ginga wan kaka jofwambo. Gimoro timre kata mana committee eno to kapok gi console matek to se gochnwa. To wabe wane gate kanyo. And you instruct your officers, security ni jo kigronch ka mondi. And by the time utimo mana koro questions are coming more than answers. Erika kwanyalo tiyo mondo mwaneno obedo kod lwasi maber matich mondo kik ineni e jofwambo gi gin tiji gin biro keth.
but they mano pens maber nekech I think ana wuoyo kaka now a union representative,
yes,
not as an administrator. I think osiptende onego bedgi a very good liaison office with the public, with the public and the media, legal. Like sometimes the media mana the truth.
Exactly.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, if you find a trained journalist, is not malicious.
Yes.
For example, an kangato gochona ni like there's a call manengato me chingoro. I was not even on duty. Number one thing I think you have to receive that call and talk to that person. Ni one of our hospital or Yembe Nyathine, I will not mention name because now I didn't follow up that story because I was seeing it as something it's common. Onemi Nyathine nkech Nyathine ongesha.
Okay.
But a system to say register. Not register ni thiedhe in one of the hospital around in town. Kochopo to jogo kone no onge system. To ento kong'io according to any system kendo onge pesa. Koro later kana wuoyo gi some of the experts okona ni maybe no register but okose bedo kotimo deposits.
Oh yeah.
Koro kose maybe no default or something like that. Koro anu luonga mondo adhi amonj this facility. Yina dwano donje lweny makati mok understand. So as a good journalist, first you will take the report, and if I wanted to follow up the story, I would reach the administration of the hospital and get clarification. But Japan problem magini ga kodwa en ofil ga ni kosenyisi in kikipeny ngato penjo mo. You take the
mine is the truth.
Yes. How do you find that?
I still feel onego osiptende wa onego bedgi that liaison office where whatever happens the media nyalo reach that office for questions and clarification.
And clarification.
Right now, problem I want go is that our hospitals put one very old school, where the medical superintendent is everything. If you have keen legal issue, medical superintendent. If you have, like now, a clarification, medical superintendent. If you have nini, medical superintendent. Our hospitals onego accept me the doctor, who is the medical superintendent, does not know everything. Even handling media, it is not part of our training.
Okay, good.
That's why you don't need most of our doctors
we call them shy away.
Will shy from these cameras. Even just to give a talk on
a brief on what happened.
On what happened, or even their area of expertise.
Because
try and call a gynecologist any and tell them every week we will be talking about this. Very few of them will be willing to come to talk about this.
A simple case, daktari, chikwa eni ka masiro timre marwanga paya. Be it where it is. To kill G at your facility. Ingini okonego bedna chiwo report kenda ni jangweno. It's either police or you.
Or the,
Koro ka okanyal, most of the time challenge maybe wabedo gagoni police machope scene gin juniors. Just to assist. Kori be understand any mato.
They will not give you the information.
Okobi ye mi ango. Bibi nani according to the ethics, okoromo mi report. So we have to rush to the hospital. Ineno giwangi jiangwen to witonge magi. Jimoka pagareyo be ohinyereka. You see, we don't have authority to report. Kesamoro monindo kanyo no pokoto. Koro, it happens true. Koro is the doctor who can give you a statement. You do bedo matek. Kempidiu konyo nadi.
I agree.
At the same time, sorry, otim report is acting on regular sapar. You don't ring the time by Sachiel, you file your report. Yes.
So the fear Mawango as medical professional and distortion of what exactly is happening. And I think our media should understand is Samoro, the way in which you report something might distort the interpretation at the receiver's end. But one of the things from our part as a union, one of the things that we think Nyalo Konyowa and setting up that liaison office so that it is very easy Mondu information. The hospital is a sacred place. Most hospitals there's no cameras, and that's not only in Kenya. Kataki, outside the country, most hospitals there's no cameras. Most interviews more a boardroom or outside.
And for your privacy.
Privacy and everything. Because for a lot of people, that hospital is their bedroom. It's where they sleep. It's where they expose themselves so that they get care. Actually,
sorry for that. Most of us who are well trained, kwachopo at your facilities, camera was putting a bag. As trained journalists will have hold to resources. There's a time when accident of Timre Coptic. Is it called Coptic?
Coptic, I know the place.
Where 21 or 20 something people lost their lives.
Yes.
We are at Russia. And you see, ethics tells me nika chopo nyaka, yes, accident everybody knows. But who cares about that? Another thing is, tingat mucho po kanyoma en oko be the watch accident. Why do you take that person's image? Koro, the check any you have to wait for to your medical, whatever you're calling this pretender or something, to give you a go ahead. Now we've set the wards ready, you can go. And again, something we do, they guide you. Kechingini Samora Donjo, Jini Kanyo. They are the one who now tells you from now, this time you're allowed to walk in and do strictly this. I think that's how we work. And even as we are doing that as journalists, we're being tika kopunjwa kakawaka opichini inago. Sometimes nyaka manatie ngato, mot,
no face.
Then ngat mobet kanyoma Tungwan gijoma ne survive. Survivors give a chick what ni only called Ken Willie. Okenya de kanyo tiseketo ne survivor microphone which Samoro hole. So those are things we are actually training our people. kineno ng'at modonja donja tendo saka osimo to sacha konimo mano whatever you're also calling in your head quack. Quack. How are you dealing with your quacks in your area? As Kempid, do you find them?
They are there. Koro, now that's also another point of information. Public oneyongene as KMPDU want to try and protect our members who are registered to us, and to one list for every county, every hospital.
So members. It means the same way kaka wabe one game CK number.
Yes.
Makachope visit or kicked out me and I have my card at you.
Yes.
The same way you people have.
Actually, for us, you just go to the website. It's free. Just pay for internet, which maybe already you have, but it is free. You just, in fact, even if you just Google my name, you will see my number. You will see that I am
authenticated there.
Yes, but if you can Google the number, my name. But if you go to the one KMPDC website, KMPDC website, and you enter my full name, it will show you even where I am registered.
Yes.
So KMPDC, the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council. Now that's not a union. Council. Emma Ngio watch accreditation of doctors working in Kenya.
He said Tiekosombi.
Yes. What are you specialized on? Yes. Because there must be somebody Magnenoni Onyango. Most people call me Onyango. There must be somebody who knows that Dr. Onyango did his undergraduate here and specialized in this.
Yes.
And they have that database. Okay? And they know where I am every day of my life.
Of your operation.
Yes. So that is there.
How do you handle these rogue people?
I don't know. I would want to not throw this back to the public, but you have to first of all make sure Ngamine Nocha and is a qualified doctor. Just check in the website. And if you find Dr. is not qualified, you make a formal report. That's one way.
Then given that time in Madima wango mikurati mapipio matino.
Okay.
Iketho nyingu quote unquote kati wacho pele ni undakteche through your union gezi ukollude kendo uoro wa jotuo osiptende umathenge me kutumu uyao kanyo abiro for example Jaramogi to ayudi kanyo te wacho ni tuni ni to waseno ni just as onegenyeo yath kasingalo fochiko to yadhno onge go kadi seka box normal katoni setero gimoro mindiko ni Lake View ango pharmacy and something. Gigi timbra dier koso jogi ango nwach.
Now, how do I answer this?
How do you defend your doctors?
First, as KMPDU, our stand is it is unethical to steal drugs
meant to
from a public hospital. In fact, one of our unwritten rules as KMPDU, because one would defend our members whenever they have issues.
Exactly. Yeah.
But as if you are guilty,
but you would defend it to what level?
If you are guilty,
because it will defend sin.
Now that's what I'm saying. That's what
found guilty.
If you are guilty of stealing
and that evidence,
drugs,
evidence,
yes,
enough.
And you see, one kai mondwa make sure you are also not victimized.
Exactly. True.
But if there is evidence, Onyango was found with a
3 cartons
boot full of carton of GOK drugs. Then as a union, what we would do is what delivery, kaka like in labor ward.
Okay.
We just guide you through that delivery so that you are not victimized unfairly. What does the law say when you are caught?
Okay.
And we make sure that what the law says is what is followed. Yes, that's it. We will not say no. This person stole drugs and we are protecting them. Don't know. We just tell you.
Richo kote mreto and richo.
Yeah, richo kote mreto and richo.
Which everybody is maybe fond of.
Yes. So that said, Dakteche Kwalo medication is is very rare. Let me say very rare, because yedhe michiwo a public hospital are serialized.
Yes.
And every movement mag yedhego is monitored.
Okay.
Even from me to the patient.
Okay.
It is serialized. Sama indico prescription cha. Samo mi yedhe cha. The receipt mo mi cha. It is serialized. So much that kimio that jatuo yat worth 100. And there is no show of movement, but you are the one in pharmacy on that day. Then chulo. So at the end of the day,
charge.
it is you who is losing.
Oh.
Yes.
No wonder one day I joked with pharmacist. I was trying to look for a Luo word. When I had a brother sick at Russia, morning, evening. Kura chop kanota joke that lady kanota winjo kai aloda. Wakimia actual kanyo pia. Uko kwa system yetu. Uko na barua. Ai ya toka actual okimia mi areo tadi e malogai.
So John neonge system no. And I want to take a bit of blame, yes. John neonge system no. Yede nindi ko gilwedo. So you will find nitie pharmacies moko ma you can do that and imi Panadol moko for 1 week without documentation. But nowadays medication gibedo serialized to an extent. Even just one tablet has to be accounted for. If it is not there, you have to look for it and find it. Okay. And then the other thing is Jomoya Hosiptende outside here are business people. Most of them are not doctors. We are just employees.
I want to say you people included.
Yeah, some of them are doctors. Some of them are doctors, but most of them.
But I'm a journalist. I may start an hospital or a facility.
Yes, you can.
Then I employ you.
And yes, you can. And that's one thing that we also want to fight, because
you don't want them to come out.
Kenya, no, because
they're not like schools.
Because I will beg for forgiveness from business people. I'm not saying they're bad people, but we feel like that loophole, Emma Mio, we are having some of these things that people are calling thievery or negligence. Because for a business person, enongio profit more broyodo. These other aspects of the business of Onge.
Professionalism.
Atai kujua. Enongio how many patients did we admit? How much revenue are we generating? So my thinking, and it very strongly, apani when healthcare professionals own most of these hospitals, then maybe what do you do a change in terms of patient care.
Okay.
But most of the hospitals, I don't want to mention names of hospitals, but just if you just list them, you'll realize almost 70% are owned by business companies.
Okay.
They are owned by companies. The biggest private hospitals in Kenya are owned by companies, not doctors. So doctors are employees or CEOs
in
or
those facilities.
Yes.
Rang'iny mar thieth sani Nyanza KMPDU unyalo wacho ni osechopo level mane to midhiero mage madongo ma samoro kedogo mamiyo when you are making a step forward to chuno no make two behind.
So first of all, I want to laud JOTRH bedo parastatal. That's a very big step for Kisumu County.
Whatever you're calling level what?
Level 6. That's a very big step for Kisumu County. Nisoni JOTRH sanenya ka obed, and I've seen ka JOTRH wachoni, they've made tremendous step, but I still feel like they're actually dragging their feet. Like by now, onego wabed kawas onego wa attract the highest qualification in the country, because right now onego compete the MTRH and KNH. That's a good thing. We have made a step forward, but we're stagnant.
Okay.
That said, for Kisumu County, also was stagnant naked. Immediately, JOTRH nobedo parastatal. The surrounding facilities, the level 4s, should have work very hard to uplift them to at least level 5.
Okay.
At this moment, what JOTRH is handling is those things that would be sent to MTRH and JOTRH. But those patients who used to go to JOTRH, get the kanye. Right now, I would say that KCRH is overwhelmed, or so to speak. We have an upsurge of patients who ideally need the TRH.
Okay.
For the rest of the Nyanza counties, Kisii is trying. Kisii also is building up Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital, Molobed Kakajo TRH.
Okay.
I want to give a special mention to Siaya. I've seen a positive change, though they still also have some gap to cover. They have employed and they have built new facilities. But what do I know? How much investment we are making, not only on infrastructure, but also on HRH and equipment. New 10 new facilities, but they are also still understaffed. Yes. Now counties Podanenoka are still very far behind. Are Migori, Nyamira, and Homa Bay.
Yes.
In fact, right now we are on strike in Homa Bay.
Why? What do you want? County of endless potential.
We are in strike in Homa Bay, unfortunately.
Okay.
For Homa Bay, we have issues.
Give me your person which
now one deductions ma county Osebedokatimo and Okrimet. See, this is actually illegal.
Okay.
It is actually illegal. If you deduct my money on a Girimet, that's illegal.
Odonja system.
Yes, that's illegal. And it's for a very long time. For example, for KMPDU, deduct pesa for 1.5 year, and it was not remitted.
County government of Homa Bay.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why we are fighting them. Nitedakteche for again also for a full, some of them for 6 months, some of them for 3 months, some of them for a full year, were not paid. That's why I'm telling you, keep don't feel mad medicine. The people actually work, and if you think we are not taking the calling seriously, imagine Daktari Motio for 1 year. He did not miss work. He would work, but follow up his money. He would work. 1 year has not been paid.
What yake Dr. Onyango?
Yes.
Kadine onyuoli nyathi matin sani kendo idongo mitimo sombi itieko form 4 ikalo idhi university kata mbalariany. Odi bedo laktar?
100%, 150%, 150%. And I actually love what I am doing. I Okanyal Paro Timo anything else. Yeah. Okanyal Paro Timo anything else. I love what I'm doing. This is a very good profession. If you have the heart, Markonyoji, this is the best place, because you interact one-on-one gingami konyono. And sometimes you don't have money to give, but in care to give proper care. Okay. Yes.
Wachope giko Dr. Onyango kapok watieko ka utholni mondo mi yoro tini mogik ne joweteni mantiere KMPDU. Winjo ni be untie kod yiero mabiro machiegni.
Yes.
What would you tell them as your parting shot?
My parting shot to my colleagues in KMPDU, and saying Moroni, somebody must do something. And that somebody, if you look around and you don't see anyone doing it, then it must be you. This leadership in the branch is still offering itself to lead us into the next horizon. And we are capable, and we have shown that we are very capable. So on the 4th of April, we are still asking for your vote. I am still asking for your vote as KMPDU chairman for Nyanza. Erokamano.
Erokamano nya Dr. Onyango Ndonga kuom ne kawo thuolo mari kendo biro mondo mi ipuonji kod jokanyanam chieng' tich ang'wen eri mar gigo eko mwasomo kata career Thursday. Kendo ang'eni in rawe wuoyi modich ahinya, samoro niwe mana miyo moro mabende dwa kelonwa wendo, to koro ibiro mondo mi puonjo oganda jokanyanam en gima nero mabende wadhialo maliche mokalo. Chieng' moko chak waluongi to tem iyude thuolo kendo ichak ibi, nikech ka waluongi to samoro nitie mbekni mowinjore wagoyo gi jokanyanam. Wan kod geno ni sirikal mag counties kanyakla koda mamalo biro timo maginyalo mar biro neno ni weche machando lakteche pacho kaendi gin mago mabende ochopi e yo makare. Weche ng'eny mago mag SHA nitie kanyo, pesa malale SHA mago wabiro loso kod migosi Dwale kod nyikal malo kanyo. Nyasaye kodi timo chako rita nyaka romo ga jwang warad kendo odiochieng' makiny mar chieng' tich abich kawaluge kendo kwaikre ne chieng' odira ma bende wageno rwako jatend piny owacho migosi William Samoei Ruto e gwenge ko ma Bondo. Kaka nawacho ni tielo motelo kucho jatend piny owacho geno mar limo Bondo chieng' tarik 8 mano chieng' tich abich kama biro timo alam moyiedhe kanisa mar Anglican badene roho ma Bondo. Ibiro rwake koda jadolo David Kodia bang'e obiro chopo nyaka par migosi Oluga jagoro e tend migawo mochung'ne weche mag thieth e pachoka mibiro time nyasi mar rwake pacho. Jorarieda Josiaya rwakuru jatend piny owacho gi mbola kendo kod kwe. Iluongan Justus Adoyo awuot seme watime kendo odiochieng' machielo. Mimi ndio Justus.